Dank's got him in for...
I just can't wait to get in and talk to Asada in the AFL. And once I've got in and talk to Asada in the AFL, I can't wait to clear my name.
If any coach or official puts the duty of care of their players at risk, then they will be held accountable. So I'm looking forward to hearing what he has to say to the Asada investigators.
Of course, it's now Dank versus Hurd.
The expectation of our supporters is that they watch their sport in its purest form.
They are at this stage accusations.
The club are handling the situation, so it's all under control.
If you or I were accused of dishonesty or unethical behaviour, we'd probably step down while it was sorted out.
That is an option he has to consider now.
Tell me this, Tim. Are you feeling like a spokesman for the Essendon Football Club at the moment?
Yes.
Unofficial.
Yeah, look, I probably am, and I can understand that. And I know the people, the participants here, I know them well. And it's been, is that there's still an Asada investigation, there's still an Essendon corporate governance investigator, and the Essendon...
The only thing that's really new is the allegation that James Hurd has taken a substance. Clearly there's no banned substance for coaches. I mean, if they're legal in the law of the land, then there's no dispute about that. So that's the new evidence, or the new thought, or the new allegation in the last 24 hours, isn't it?
So does it seem we're making up rules on the run? Well, that was an interesting reading, wasn't it?
No, look, I don't think we're making rules up on the run, but I think what's happening is that the game I'm talking about Andrew Dimitri in the AFL now, they're concerned about the effects this may have on the game because of the reporting and the types of things that we're dealing with. So they're worried about the... I don't know whether he would like to see James Hurd stand down.
I think.
He would like him to consider standing down, but I'm with Hurdy on this. I mean, let's wait until the investigation runs its course.
Well, so Prince, do you act on allegations, or do you say, well, if there's nothing's proven, then we've got to wait till anything's proven before we can take any action?
And there's two inquiries running side by side at the present time. But do you think the Bombers were surprised today with what Andrew had to say? Did it catch them off guard, do you think?
Well, I don't know whether it would have caught them off guard. Look, I think what we've got to understand in all this as well is that there are talks that go on behind the talks that we know about. Mm-hmm. And I don't know whether or not they would have been totally surprised by what happened. And this is the result of a poll there that's been conducted.
Yeah. Well, let's go down to the bottom line, Lee. Has James Hurd brought the game into disrepute?
No. I mean, even if the allegation is correct, I don't buy the game into disrepute. I mean, because he hasn't done anything that's against any code. Even I'm talking worst case scenario of the allegation that he injected himself with something that is termed, might help you a coach, but it's not banned. It's banned for athletes. We know that. So if that's the worst case scenario, no, I don't buy that to bringing the game into dispute.
Look, I want to wait and see what actually comes out in terms of the evidence against him, okay? He is desperate now to have his day so far. Now, this is an email that appeared in the Herald Sun today. This outlines what his instruction was to Dean Robinson at the Essendon Football Club. Now, you know my thoughts on supplements. This is Hurd speaking to Robinson and also Dank. It must not harm the player. It must not be illegal. It means it must be in accordance with the wider rules governing the game, and we must get player consent. Now, I think what we can also extrapolate from all of this is that Essendon, in particular Hurd or whoever, have been fighting back a little bit this week. I think they felt that they were having a battle that was being waged where they had no way of expressing themselves, and all the allegations were coming back one way.
Well, let's go back to the source. Lee was in the rooms, the Bomber rooms, before the game, and he spoke with James Hurd.
Hurdy, thanks for your time. Well,
thank you.
I've been under a lot of pressure as a coach, but I don't know whether I've ever felt the personal spotlight that you're probably on tonight. How you handled it all?
Yeah, good. Look, there's obviously a lot of attention, a lot of media, a lot of speculation, but the facts are facts. They'll come out, but right now it's time for game time. And really, since Thursday morning, we've come into the group. We've come into camp really for 48 hours. We're ready to play.
And the conjecture whether you thought of standing down tonight as the get away from the distraction?
I don't think when you have a job like this that you love and that there's so much out there that is untrue that you would even think about standing down. So I'm here to coach Essendon Footy Club. I think I'm the best man for the job, and let's prove it.
So both guys up and about there, but a question for you, Lee. How do you think the post-game press conference will go? Because I can see a lot of the same questions, and it could get a bit testy.
Well, coaches also live and die just purely on how their team performs, and part of the theory was, should Hurdy coach tonight, is he in a fit state to be able to concentrate? Is he going to be a distraction, for instance. And if your side gets badly beaten, all of a sudden there seems to be evidence to support. Might be no logic to it.
Yeah.
So, in fact, the team performance tonight is going to not help, but stick it out, coach, no matter what.
We will be at that presser, so you'll find it live right here. That's a little bit later on after this game. But currently, the Bombers have got problems out on the field. They trail by 36 points. We'll be back with the second half in just a moment.